Metal Jesus here, and today I'm back with the Big JB.
That's right, and we are going to go through my awesome Blizzard collection. This is video 1 of 2.
Dude, so you have so much awesome stuff here.
It is incredible. I, just assembling this for this video this week, I was going through my garage and boxes of stuff, and nooks and crannies everywhere around my house are stuffed with Blizzard.
And this is one of your passions in collecting, right? I mean, as far as video games go.
Yeah,
right?
Yes, absolutely. Because at the end of high school, Warcraft 2 had just come out, and I had a friend who introduced me to it, and I could not get enough of Warcraft 2. And I read the manual and all the lore, and then kind of from that point on, it just took off. Everything that Blizzard did, I was like, oh, I've got to have it.
So we should jump right into here.
Oh, totally.
Because you've got some awesome things that I've never seen before.
Yeah,
where should we start?
Well, I know you like comic books, so let's dive in with the comic books here, because there were 3, I think, different series of comic books that Blizzard did. They did it through Wildstorm, which was a branch of DC, and this is the Starcraft comic. And so I have all of the issues of that, even issue number 0. And I got it because it was Blizzard, and I wanted to see if they did a good story in the comic books, because the stories and the stuff that they write and they come out with these it's just amazing. It's so in depth. So that's the Starcraft one. There is the original run of the World of Warcraft. Here, I'm gonna grab a stack here too.
Well, the artwork on the covers looks amazing. So.
Oh gosh, yeah. The guy who did the first few issues of the World of Warcraft, the original one, is outstanding. Absolutely incredible. So that one went through, let's see, I'm almost to the end of those issues. It went to number 25. And then they did Ashbringer, which was a story about this sword called Ashbringer that everybody knows in the World of Warcraft lore, and how it got to be where it is, and kind of all of the stuff that went behind it. And then they did another run of World of Warcraft called Curse of the Worgen.
Ooh, that's a cool cover.
It's really cool. That came out right around the time that Cataclysm came out, which is where they introduced the Worgen as a playable race.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's, one of my passions has been comic books before too, and so I collected these ravenously. Also, manga. I know that you like manga, so I brought some of those too. So it's pretty good story done by Tokyo Pop. So neat little addition to the comic.
Oh yeah, I love it whenever they do manga versions of I guess Northern American or whatever.
Right, like Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is exactly what I was thinking about.
Absolutely.
It's so interesting to kind of see that take on it.
Definitely. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
So let's see. What else should we talk about?
Now you have a bunch of cool figures here.
Yes, I've got a bunch of cool figures here, and I thought it'd be really cool to kind of show off an example of the difference and how far they came and how they made their figures. So this is one of the very first Starcraft figures that they ever came out with. This is the Terran Marine. You can kind of tell that he's a little flimsy. I have had him a long time.
He looks good though.
He does look good. He does look good. And this was...
He has texture on it.
Yeah, and this was the first Warcraft figure. This is the, Lordaeron soldier or something like that. But you take something like that and then compare it to this,
that's really cool.
Yeah, this is really cool. That's from World of Warcraft, and so they've definitely improved. Some of their stuff is incredible. They have stuff that and basically is like a little miniature statue.
Yeah.
So a couple of the other figs that I'm really pretty proud of that I got. These are not as common. This is one that came. This is something that you got at BlizzCon in 2009, as you can see on the chest. This is the Rainer Noob. I think it's what they call the series line. Is
so
Noobs.
At BlizzCon, did they sell this like? I mean, what I guess I've never been to BlizzCon, so, so there's a bunch of stores set up, or how's that work?
So one of my great sadnesses in life is that I've never been to BlizzCon. Every time I've been able to, I've bought the e-ticket for it. So I happen to have really, really awesome friends. So this was a door prize that they, not a door prize, this is part of the sack that you got.
Oh, really?
When you go to BlizzCon. And I don't know that it was this year when those were handed out, but this is one of the bags, the goodie bags, and I still have stuff in here too. Magnets and buttons. Let me see if I can.
And so, yeah, so when you go to BlizzCon, they basically give
buttons.
you oh yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, and they always give out some really, really cool stuff. And that year, this Rainer figure was the thing that you got at the door. And then you could buy a couple other ones from the gift shop that they had there.
So has this ever been sold, as far as you know, like on the Blizzard store? Or?
No, if you buy it, you're buying it from somebody who went to BlizzCon, who put it up on eBay or something like that. And so, yeah, if you can find one that's still untouched in the box, it's pretty awesome, pretty rare thing. I also have, this is a little guy called Murhawk. Those of you who've played World of Warcraft know the Murlocs. This is the Murhawk from Mr. T.
He has a mohawk.
He's got a mohawk. He's even got the beard. And he's got the little mohawk grenade that Mr. T would throw in the game. He had this grenade, and you could actually get it in the game, toss it on people, and it would have Mr. T's character face.
That is so funny.
On it. It was hideous. People running around with Mr. T's face. It was awful.
It just blows me away how big World of Warcraft is. I mean, it's just
amazing.
Yeah.
And that's why, I mean, the bulk of my collection, to be fair, is World of Warcraft, because that's something that I've immersed myself in. World of Warcraft, for me, has all been about suspension of reality, just for an hour or two, being able to just really get into it.
And you know what I always screw up is that I always just will call it Warcraft, because that was the game that I played, right? Like totally. The original top-down, like real-time strategy game, right?
Right,
and so,
exactly.
So I always forget to put the world of in front of it.
Right, because that's the MMO. That's the thing. And it's been going on. I mean, they celebrated, it's a 10-year anniversary for Blizzard. And so it's absolutely astounding how long it's been going. And I actually got this guy the same way I got this shirt, the Blizzard test subject, because I did a little focus group thing. It was it was Skype live chat. We talked. They asked me my opinion about the community, how I enjoyed playing the game, stuff that I liked doing in the game. We talked for like an hour, so it was really cool. So as a thank you,
the developers, or?
I can't remember if they were community managers or what, but yeah, it wasn't
kind of getting your feedback though.
Right, it wasn't just some marketing person who was asking questions. It was people who were really invested in the game. So
and so as for sort of reward, you got the T-shirt and this little dude.
As a thank you, I got the Murhawk. I got to choose, actually. There was a selection of stuff, and the Murhawk was the coolest thing.
Oh yeah,
so and then they sent the T-shirt out as well. On the back it says and it didn't even hurt.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a couple other things that we should look at. So one year I had a friend who was going buy me the Starcraft 2 poker set,
which is in an awesome case.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like a metal case, and they've got poker chips that have logos for each of the different factions, I guess, in the StarCraft universe. And then there's a dealer button, little blind, big blind, dice for rolling, and then the card deck is also really cool. It's not just a standard card set. It's got little arts doodles on the cards that it's as if the Marines in the game were had been playing with it, and they just wrote notes and stuff to each other.
That's what's amazing as the level that they go to with a lot of these things. It's just like,
the detail
Blizzard does not mess around.
No, they don't mess around. And so you can see why. I mean, some people, it gets so irritating for some people, because Blizzard will say, we're going to do it at this time, but Blizzard doesn't release stuff until it's ready.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
The attention to detail, like this product, goes into their games too. I mean, I remember when I was playing in the alpha of World of Warcraft, and I'm running around, kind of running through this African plain kind of area, and I literally watch one of the creatures, it was a prairie wolf or something like that, run over, attack a rabbit, kill it, and then run back to where it was. And I'm like, holy crap, this level of detail is just amazing.
In alpha.
In an alpha, right, exactly. And then the other thing that one of the other things actually that I'm really proud of is Blizzard. I have Blizzard Christmas cards. The employees get these to send out to their friends and family every year, and I love them. The art is astounding. It's done by Samwise DDA. He's one of the art designers and has been for a very long time. He's still on there, and he just rocks. So I love his art and the cards that they come out with.
In this one, they're a band. I just noticed that. So
totally. In fact, some of the guys that are Samwise, the guy that I just mentioned, Mike Morheim, who's like the top of Blizzard, and a couple other guys, they're in a band called Elite Tauren Chieftain, which is inspired by World of Warcraft, and every BlizzCon they play.
Wow.
And they're not bad.
That is an epic photo, right?
Oh
there,
yeah, and that photo in particular, that's just, photo. Yeah, that painting is incredible, and it incorporates all of their properties. And usually they do. This one also has Diablo and Starcraft and Warcraft all kind of incorporated in there. So it's the art is amazing.
Well, that's cool. So, dude, you have one of, I think, the most amazing things
Yeah.
In your collection. You have to tell me the story of this before we reveal it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and this is on, you can actually catch the video on my YouTube channel to see the submission that I did. I listened to The Instance. Those of you who played World of Warcraft, who listen to podcasts, The Instance is a very well-known World of Warcraft podcast. I love the guys on that show, and I've been listening to it for a really long time. And they had a contest where in 1 minute or less, you had to tell them why you deserved to win this object. And I was coming up on the deadline, and I knew that I was like, I gotta submit. I've gotta be able to get this thing. So it was one day I was sitting in my car before work, and I'm kind of rummaging through my car, and I'm like, okay, I've got 2 wooden coffee stirrers. I'm gonna do every Horde race in less than a minute with using just these 2 coffee stirrers. So just as my props, then I went through and did every race
in your car
at the time in my car
in the morning before work.
Oh, totally. And I just used some cheap video effects to make me look green for the orcs and that kind of stuff. And I submitted it, and when they notified me that I had won, I was like floored. I couldn't believe it. So
you won.
I won.
No, first of all, so what is this?
This is the Doom Hammer.
Okay.
This is, oh geez, I forget. We pass it off and I forget how heavy it is.
Yeah.
This is the Doom Hammer. This is the weapon that Thrall, he's well, he's not the current war chief, but he was the war chief of the Horde for a really long time. He's an orc character that everybody totally loves. And this is a replica of that, obviously. And this thing is heavy. It weighs a lot. So this is why I wanted to get it, because Thrall is one of my favorite characters. I mean, everybody loves Thrall. And then just have something that's this iconic. And I mean, it's made out of, the grip is real leather.
Yeah, it's real leather.
Under the grip it's wood. I mean, you can see it, not up here you can't see it, but under the grip is wood. And it's metal. I mean, this thing is...
And it comes on this really cool stand as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can set it, upright. This is how it sits. I would love to have it be the dining room table centerpiece for Thanksgiving, but that got vetoed. And you can also set it down if you rest it kind of flat on there too.
Oh,
it has kind of a neat effect, like you've just thunked this thing down on asphalt and it cracked it.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
Yeah,
so impressive. So that's definitely an amazing part of your collection, but we are not done. As a matter of fact,
oh no,
we haven't really even got into the games. Plus, you have some really, really rare things. I don't know if a lot of people remember this, but there was going to be a new Blizzard game. It was going to be a third-person action game called Ghost.
Right, and it was going to be for consoles.
Right.
Yeah,
and it got canceled. Well, you have some of that stuff.
I do have some of that stuff, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, so we're gonna show a lot of that in part 2. So stick around, definitely
check it out.
Yes, and let us know down in the comments below if you have any really cool Blizzard stuff, because we know there's tons of it out there. So
for sure,
let us know. And of course, we really appreciate pictures of it as well on Facebook and Twitter. So
definitely.
All right, man.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to watch the next one.
Let's be honest. There's a certain percentage of you that tune in every week just to see me dance. I know. Damn, I'm a good dancer. So's Josh.